Mm. Boy, you can never beat me. Hold on, man. You know you gotta get right, man. Don't matter what you do. That in a little play real quick. Yo, yo. Wow. Niggas running from their words. Let's go. Let's get it. Y'all boys know what it is, man. Back at it again with
We're at
another
the home of the
YouTube.
Super Bowl 52
Savage.
champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. On play action, it's Carr. And incomplete to open things up.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
The second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They keep it with Miller on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Carr now to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Here's Kamara on the read option. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And a point after, good by Groupie. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. There he goes, right side. Running room at the 50, look out. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll throw on first down with Hurts, escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Rolling to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
To throw his car. Slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv back there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1. In motion comes the tight end left. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
93, 96, 94.
On first down, Carr. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a his shot. Couldn't fit in.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defense,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Hey, 73, 73. No touchdown.
But first down, Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. That spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players who somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
And they take a knee. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they will take a knee here. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, Want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Touchdown!
Devontae Smith on the receiving end for Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
63.
It's 2nd and 21.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Over the middle to Smith. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A give to Kamara running right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. And now they're in the hurry up.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Elliott on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Kamara trying the right side. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a play fake. Carr. That is caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And quickly they get to the line. Carr now on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Carr able to locate his running back, Kamara.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, now Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Carr to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
Number 41, Alvin Kamara. A gain of 12. First down, Saints.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Here's Carr.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical. But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Great, set.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Out to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And look here, they're going to try an onside kick. Oh, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone, powering his way forward. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
At their own 16-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Seahawks.
A gear for Walker running right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Brought down by It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks.
Play action. It's Smith. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Down the left sideline. And all the way down
to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
There's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
43.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
3rd and 4. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
We're scoreless after 1.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football
as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Attack!
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down at the 28.
There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the Chiefs' 28-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
First down, Seattle.
Smith on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. I can't say that's something you see often, but it worked out for them. Tie game. They try to get the ball back, and they do.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to give me a lot of tales about this guy called Old Mo. I never knew who Old Mo was. Now I do. It's Old Momentum, and they want to keep riding it.
Old Mo. Is that a true story? Or?
True story.
I love your pops. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
43! 43!
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Now here's Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Rulin.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
There we go, get on!
After the interception, here's Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, here's Smith.
That's complete to his running back, Dallas. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Seahawks. DJ Dallas, 48 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chiefs 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll run on first down with Dallas. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Another run. Again, it's Dallas. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Smith now to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First down and 10 yards to go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Hey, 43.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw, it's Mahomes. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
On first down, it's Smith.
They're complete to Smith and Jigba.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the